Ai, e kore mutu ngā mihi kia te aroa waka, te aroa tangata e tau tāwhi nei, e teaki nei, e manaaki nei. I ngā iwi o te motu, kua whakaeke mai nei ki runga i a koutou i teneki o ngā rangi kamutu roto i te roanga ke o ngā rangi whakatā nei. Anā ko te pakanga nui a haere ake nei, he pakanga o ngā wahine toa o Counties Kōtiro, kia Tuhoe. Tuhoe maumau kai, Tuhoe maumau tangata. Nā, koe o pātara Bearman tēnei, kei tōku taha, ko tēnei o ngā tino, kai riki o tani wharau, ko Utah Wilson, ngā mihi kia koe te wharaunga.
Tēnā koe pātara, tēnā koe. Tēnā, o tira tēnā rā tātou, e mātakitaki mai nā, i roto i te mahanai o koutou koenga. Te tiro ana ki waho, looking outside, looks a bit cold out there. Now our tamariki have to play in this.
Yes, my bro, it's all about the growth of our game, and they're going to have to learn to play in the wet weather, no doubt. Their coaches would have been saying to them, well, during training Tuesdays and Thursdays, wahine rain, hail or snow, you play in the rain, you train in the rain. And that's exactly what our kids are experiencing right now. Still got a good crowd here, considering the weather out there, Utah.
Yeah, looking a bit packed, although you can't see it on screen. Around Puketawhero Park, you've got some keen supporters out there supporting their whānau, their tamariki, their mokopuna, their amutu, what have you. And it's good to see, all for the aroha of our game.
Absolutely, there are 6 fields here at Puketawhero Park, and all 6 fields are in action right now. As you can see just in the background, you can't see field 2 right there, but there is teams sorting out there, going through their haka right now. I think it's our whānau from Pōneke on field 2. Here, you can see right now our Taitamahine in the under 14s grade. Counties Kōtiro, e tatari ana ki a rātou hoariri ki te tai mai. They're still looking very good spurs, the girls, laughing and jumping up and down there, which is good leading into a big battle like this. Obviously looking probably at playing their first game of the day, as the jerseys look brand spanking new. So obviously they didn't have to have any games early on this morning, so they're ready to go. Stopping to the other side of the field. Now, Women's Rugby League, we're at the foundations of building that. Your father's been somebody who's been instrumental in growing Women's Rugby League in the Waikato. Absolutely fantastic to see our girls are part of this game, isn't it?
And it is. And, being able to get our girls involved in the game, because, in the past we've only seen them as like administrators and stuff like that. So to get them on the field, and man, they've got some talent.
Oh boy, do they ever. I've been involved now for the last 2 years, learning from your father and Aaron Taitoko, and of course we've had the pleasure of having John Devonshire helping out with our under 16 girls as well. Just seeing them develop, and what I've noticed about the Kōtiro over the tama is they're like sponges. Those 2 things on the side of their head called taringa, they use them. Not so much the boys, on the other hand, they're just there for decoration for the brothers, aren't they?
What did you say again?
Yeah, no, it's just absolutely fantastic to see the growth of Women's Rugby League. Of course, there is an NRL Women's Division now, and so these Kōtiro have a pathway all the way to professionalism, which we've only seen in rugby in the past, but now Rugby League has finally caught up, and now these girls have, of course, an opportunity to make those NRL sides. You might have seen, of course, some of our Māori players who have made the New Zealand Māoris in the past, playing for the Queensland and the New South Wales teams in the State of Origin Women's Rugby League this year. Something I think that these girls have something really, really good to look forward to. Hewe, Tuhoe, ko tai mai a Tuhoe wahine, Tuhoe maumau kai, Tuhoe maumau tangata. Definitely mirror the way that their men's play in terms of heart and in terms of just straight out aggression.
Yep, yeah, straight up. They're tough. They're tough. Especially out in the Ureweras, being able to handle all the different challenges that the Urewera gives them as well, being home in the kāinga and being isolated in their own little bubble as well. They don't get out very much to play this game, but man, when they come, it's as if they've been playing for 100 years plus. It's just that mana te ihi me te wehi e rere nei I roto I a rātou toto. Nā, e whakarite ana ngā kapa e rua, mō te haka a tāne rore. Kaore kore, I roto I ngā tau kāhori. Tuhoe, of course, doing their national anthem, ko te pūru.
Let's see if the girls do that again today. Looks like they are coming together, allowing Counties Manukau to start. Okay, te rongo I te hi nawa nawa Utah. I can feel it. Just like the old hot pools at the Puya Springs right there. My goosebumps are bubbling. Now, of course, there is a trophy for the best haka. Rewa, ka tahura ki tata ki te whakarongo ki a tata kohine. I love the clarity and the kupu as well. I could hear every single kupu there. Anō nei ko te matatini Utah. I'm going to have to give it up to the Kaitito o tōne haka, making homage there to the haukainga o Te Arawa Waka. Well done, Counties Manukau. Beautiful. All right, Tuhoe to respond, maybe. Nope, they've elected not to do a haka this year. Okay, yes, no, doesn't look like Tuhoe will be doing the anthem haka this year. E whakarite ana ki te whana I te pōro. Tuhoe kicking off to Counties, Kōtiro under 14s grade. For those of you who just joined in, just to let you know, these are 20-minute halves with unlimited interchange. Now, of course, it is raining quite heavily here at Puketawhero Park. And we've seen already in the few games that we have commentated on thus far that ball security is definitely going to tell the difference between the two sides. And here we go. Oh, Counties Manukau guilty of letting the ball just sit there. Tuhoe getting the ball back off the kickoff. Haere ki te taha matau iaene there, big number one. Taking the ball up. Now you got two sisters playing Utah Rugby League. Now, what's some of the biggest things that you think that these girls can pick up on as if they're just learning the game?
Just the basics, really. You know, catching, passing, because those are the skills that set up us. You know, they catch the ball, pass the ball, can tackle. You know, that's the foundation for them. Fantastic. So, honestly, I see the wahine or Kōtiro doing it better than some other men.
I totoko that. I totoko that 100%. Tuhoe with early pressure, they're number 13 right now, taking it up to 10 metres shy off the try line. Counties Manukau with some pressure on their defensive line right now, but they're doing all right thus far. Good tackle there by the number 9, Sailor Maletino, no Te Atiawa. Oh yes, the number 1 getting up a little bit slow there after that tackle. May have hurt the ankle or the turi, the knee. She's still on the ground now too. The referee hasn't seen it yet, allowing play to carry on. She's calling for the sideline right now, but they are inching closer as Tuhoe to the try line. Out of dummy half. Oh yes, that was an easy try right there. Mark is guilty of not watching the dummy half. Number 13 with the try line. Who we got there?
That's Mackenzie Anderson Tito going over for Tuhoe. First points of the game. Putting Tuhoe up 4-0 over Counties Manukau with a kick to come.
Now, I've seen a few of our wahine who have got a really good boot on them and they can get the conversions as well. But that's something I think that a lot of our Kōtiro need to develop is their kicking game as well. You'll notice that most of their kicks that will come from the kickoffs will only go 10 to maybe 12 to 15 metres in length. So you'll notice that they won't, that the opposition about to receive the ball should probably move up a little bit so they don't do the mistake that Counties made right from the start of the game. Hewitt. Waiting for the conversion right now. Can't see the number on the back there. I don't have my phone, mate. Number 6 right there, going forward, Ehetere Gillett. Unfortunately, not getting the ball over the post there. So the score remains 4-0 to Tuhoe Wahine. We've been lucky in the past, of course, whānau, to have some of our elite women's players coach some of these teams, like Hane Hideme, who's been a part of the Kirikiriroa Wahine teams over the past as well. So no doubt there's a few of them here today as well. Counties Manukau.
No doubt there's a few up and coming as well.
Oh. Both teams guilty of giving the ball straight from the kickoff to the opposition. Counties Manukau now with an opportunity to apply some pressure. Our referee this afternoon, Tata Kaiwawau, Russell McGregor, i tēnei o ngā pakanga I wainganui ngā tokorua nei, Counties me Tuhoe Wahine. Ka warawari whanau, e wā te ana koutou ki te haere mai. It is free entry into the park, and if you want to come and tautoko a tamariki, ahakoa e heke mai ana te ua. Tēnā nau mai hara mai. Get in here and support our rangatahi. And although you can't see it, as Uta made mention of early on, there is quite a lot of spectators here spread out amongst all the 6 fields that are playing today. Okay, to the left-hand side goes Counties Wahine. Dummy there by the number 4, finally giving it out, but unfortunately due to the conditions once again, unfortunately for Counties Manukau, not able to hold the ball, handing it over to our kōtero. Another scrum. No noke, koutou kei te kāinga, hia ana ki te mōhio. Hea te kupu Māori for scrum. The kupu Māori for scrum is no noke. That's one kupu you can use at home, he no noke. Another word you might want to use is hāmene, and that is for penalty there, Utah.
Guilty of mini hāmene in in my own game.
Absolutely. Yeah, so am I there, Utah, absolutely. Got some commentary coming in from our truck as well. Got one of our kōtero from Above Sound and Productions. Kitty, who knows me all too well and has seen me being penalised many, many times. Nānei mātou e te iwi kei Puketawhero Park. Big shout out also to our sponsor, One Foundation. Without them, of course, we wouldn't have been able to put these tournaments on. They've been a long-standing sponsor of our tournaments through all the grades, our Teina, our Rangatahi, and our Tuakana tournaments. So big ups going out to One Foundation. Thank you so much for continuing to support Māori Rugby League. Tuhoe dropping the ball right now, and Counties back with it. What does the referee say? They're all looking at him. And yes, he has called a scrum.
So Counties here, whānau, about 25 out from the line. Get another shot at Tuhoe. Be looking to level it up or even, level up the scores or even go ahead of them.
Now, wet weather football, Utah, we've seen a lot of scrums, a lot of drop balls today. What would be, if you were the coach of these teams, what would be one of your main kōrero to your team?
Yeah, I think with these games, they have to be kept tight. Forwards are going to be, you know, as always, they're the engine room, but more so in these wet weather games, the games are going to have to be one up the middle.
There you go, there, one of our big forwards doing exactly what you said there, Utah, just holding the ball and going forward, and she did a really good job scoring a try right on that left-hand corner as Asha Taumoepeo Williams, Ngāti Pukenga ki Manaia, ngā mihi kia koe hine. Oh, and even got the handshake to match it as well. I love it. I love it. See, kōtero, they're way better than the men.
Bit more entertainment there too.
That's what they bring. They bring the entertainment factor. And for those of you who are, of course, big fans of Women Rugby League, some of the biggest hits are coming from our wahine these days.
Oh, biggest hits, bro, and I would not run at any of them.
Yeah. I've seen a couple back home. One, Harata Butler, is definitely somebody I wouldn't want to be running into, or even having to tackle her if she was running straight at me. So, yeah, definitely big ups to some of our wahine.
That's a free pass straight through the line.
This when I do my my famous, yeah, I got it. No, I don't. It's yours. Okay, we'll see how our conversion goes here with our kōtero from counties. Traditionally, counties have had some good kickers over the years. To see if that's followed through to this year's under-13s grade.
14th.
Oh, 14th grade, sorry, and unfortunately, no. Ka roha ki te wahine, but that's something that I'm sure that she'll practice at home and get better and better at it.
Yeah, and as these skills develop, you know, they'll get a bit more strength and a bit more distance behind their kicks, and you know, be able to make it that extra 20, 30 metres.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And throughout wahine, for those of you out at home watching right now who unfortunately couldn't participate in this tournament, as you train to play rugby league, and it's one thing I've noticed with my girls back home, I coach our ladies back home, and they're fit, they're speed, they've got skill. But one element that I think that they lack in, and it's because they don't do it themselves, only a few of them do, is resistance training, some weights training, because you have to be able to manage the hits and impact of this game, isn't that right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Just as we say that, you know, a bit of resistance training in the legs wouldn't have gone astray there. Yeah. Just to make it the 10, County's getting a penalty on halfway.
Actually, I think the mud played a big factor in that as well. Something I think that all teams will be looking at is putting the grubber into the end goal, because the ball should hold up in this weather. County's doing exactly what you said to Utah as well, just going up the middle, just one-out football stuff. And they're doing well. They're creating some one-on-ones, 4 people in the tackle right there. If they have the hands, they should have some overlap somewhere. Due to that, of course. Playing safe is Counties. Well, just as I said, it just pops the commentator's curse. Yes. And again, dropping the ball there is Counties Manukau. Very slippery conditions out there. Yep. That's the forecast for today. Torrential rain all day long. And yeah, as ex-players, well, I'm an ex-player, you're still playing there, Utah. Especially when you come over to Rotorua or you're playing taupo, the coolness in the air really plays a factor.
Oh, for sure, man. And, you know, I'm not a big guy myself, so I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah.
that weather gets you. And I think, you know, a lot of what happens this weekend would be about who manages, you know, the conditions best. You know, with it being wet weather, you've got the mud on the ball, makes it a bit slippery. So,
bit of aggression right there by the Counties Manukau, giving away a penalty. It was unnecessary, really. Something I've seen you do a few times there, Utah. But
is that the pot calling the kettle black?
I think so, my friend. I think so. Tuhoe tapping it, not electing to kick. I think that was a good option as well. Kicks haven't been going too well for both sides at this stage, so yeah. Oh, could be a penalty there, just an extra little push, but referee lets it go, and unfortunately, they let the ball go. They didn't jump on it to kill the ball, allowing Counties Manukau to pick it up.
Oh,
what is the referee doing? He's still going to call the scrum nonetheless. Probably could have let that go, the guy were wild, but no, they let them go for the scrum instead, allowing the kōtero to gather themselves. Fair enough. Russell McGregor, of course. And if you're going to come down and watch the games, whānau, don't forget our kaiwawao, our officials. They are, of course, volunteers. They've come here and they're standing in the rain and doing it hard, just like our kōtero and our tama out there. So do refrain from giving them a hard time from the sidelines, whānau. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Keep all our kōrero positive. You can, of course, give some constructive criticism, but make sure it is constructive and not destructive. He no noke anō hoki kei te haere I tēnei wā Tuhoe with the ball again.
Well, they want to see too.
Oh, we can pick up a little bit of one of our players on the mics there. That's how good our stuff is. Above Sound and Productions. Absolutely fantastic crew, this team of cameramen and our OB truck as well, full of professionals that bring you a massive product. So if you do want anything like this happening in your Rotorua, don't be afraid to give Above Productions a call. And of course, One Foundation as well. They might be able to support you in your efforts. Another knock on there by Tuhoe, another scrum will pack down. 40 metres out from Counties, from Tuhoe's try line. 30 odd metres out of mate. Another scrum here. Yeah, just got to middle it up. Focus on catching the ball and holding it in the tackles is definitely sure what the coaches will be telling them at half time. Can't see it on the screens there, Whānau, but it is raining out there. And you've got a very big chill in the air as well. No doubt those fingers will be like ice. Tuhoe lucky not to get penalised. They're breaking from the scrum very early before the ball had come out, but the referee lets it go. County's looking to score another try. Big run right there by the number 16. Well done, still going as well. Almost went all the way is Asha Moipeo Williams, the first try scorer for Counties today.
It's a good desperate defence there from Tuhoe. Just to stop the hooker from going over as they did from the first try. And just as I say that...
Yeah, commentators curse again. We seem to be guilty of this,
I might
Utah.
just shut up now.
All right, and here comes the handshake once again by the Counties team, taking the score now to 8 points to 4. Counties leading Tuhoe Wahine with the conversion to come. Now, for those of you who are familiar with Puketawhero Park, there is some roadworks and some cones on the road, so do factor in that when you're traveling here. If you're trying to catch a game, try and give yourself half an hour's time between the start of the game and you get into the venue, just in case the traffic is backed up. For those of you who know where the back road is to get to Puketawhero Park, Kuya Keiakwe. Comes our kōtiro now. Tia Andrews no Tuhoe, playing against her Whanaunga. How's it, Violet Hiku? That's your number 5, could be the fullback Violet Hiku from Teina, or one of our Tarawa players. Our Tuhoe players, fix it up for our whānau back home when we get the opportunity to. Counties Manukau setting up now for the kick. No doubt Tuhoe will be looking for a short kick-off again in the hopes of retrieving back the ball, and we'll see if County Manukau Wahine are ready for that. Te tehi o ngā huatanga pai, kua rangona ia mātau e hiko e haere ana i ngā whira, ko tēnei o ngā kaipapāho tātou. Nāna no hoki I whakarite mai ngā kaipapāho o te whakāturanga nei a hone haunu I rāpana. Ko tōna reo tēnā e pāororo mai nā, ki tēnā pikonga o ngā whira. Ka rangona pai ai a ngā iwi ko tai mai nei, I ngā tohu, I ngā whakamārama, I ngā whakamahuki. Ka mutu e whakaako ana I te hunga mātakitaki e tehi o ngā kiwa hakatāia e koe. Ia koe mātakitaki ana I te kēmu, pene I te karawhiua, pene I te upoko pakaru. E rā tūmomo kōrero katoa. Ka rangona ia koutou e haere ana I ngā whira ne. Counties Manukau looking to pick up the ball, and they do so before the defence gets there, but that was a good play by Tuhoe Wahine. Unfortunately, didn't get the ball back, but they're in a good position to make some good tackles right now. And they do so there with 3 in the tackle.
Beautiful, yeah, Counties just trying to work it up the middle, through their forwards. Once again, you know, this is where their game will be won, and earning themselves a penalty while doing so.
So back 10, was it back 10 there? Referee's got the mark. Russell McGregor's been a long time ref, of course, in the Bay of Plenty and in the Waikato as well. There's one thing that we've seen with these tournaments as well, is it's not only an opportunity for our players to grow, but also for our officials as well. We have some young referees out there.
Just as I said, a little bit of a break down the right-hand side, and I'm not sure if she was...
Yeah, I think she stayed in. Oh, no. Oh, yes.
touches
might
onto
have
it.
just stayed in by an inch there, but the sideline has said that, has signalled that she did, in fact, go out. And lucky there, that was a good little play.
Yeah, yeah. And not afraid to move the ball as well, especially in these conditions.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I've seen with all the teams so far. Is they're not afraid to spin the ball. Execution's another thing, but they're not afraid. They're one short of the scrum as Counties at this stage. I don't know if the referee's yet. He's just noticed it now. There'll be one more in the scrum. Don't think anybody's been sent off, so there should be no excuse for that. Here we go. Big prop onto the pace standoff.
Taylor, watching that. Taylor, go to the other side.
Okay, loose ball comes out of the scrum. Nice run there. A little bit of mud in the face. Yeah, she's trying to wipe her face with the mud on her hands as well. Okay, Tuhoe making some good yards there, but loses the ball in the tackle. Does the referee see it?
The referee's missed
No,
it.
he's missed it. He's started to carry on, and so has the sideline. He didn't put up his flag or nothing. He just let it go. Mind you, he's not the ref. Fair enough too. This looks like another volunteer from the whānau who's been handed the flag. And there should be a scrum there to Counties Manukau, and it is.
Sounds more like a penalty.
Oh, he missed the knock on, and he's gone for the head-eye tackle. Okay.
Once again, whānau, you know, we're all volunteers. This isn't the NRL.
I have to say too, actually, and one of our sideline commentators has just made mention of it as well, that some of our whānau, our referees, they've got glasses on and it's wet out there. They won't see everything. Number 13 has had a great game for Tuhoe, making a massive run up there. Good 25-metre run right there by the number 13 for Tuhoe. Probably their best player thus far. She's been very busy in today's game. Earning another penalty could be Tuhoe. No, it's half time. And there you go, Counties Manukau, Māori leading 10 points to 4 to Tuhoe. Over Tuhoe this afternoon. Ngā mihi anō hoki to our sponsors, One Foundation, and to Above Sound and Production as well for all of your live streaming needs. Make sure you get a hold of these guys. They're absolutely fantastic. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with the second half shortly with Counties Manukau, Māori and Tuhoe.
It's our time. Field number 1 started. The other 14s and 13s, 14 or 16. Well, it's like the teams coming up that will do a run. One kick off that game. Is the one from Māori side taking on all on field number 1. On field number 2 for the other 14 coming 2 for the clock on the Kahitama. On field 3, Counties Manukau versus Māori. And the start number 4 will win. Field 4, Māori versus Māori lead. 2-5, 30 red flags. Nāhau and versus Nāhau Mata. And field 6, Māori 14s Tamaki versus Tuhoe Māori.
Ai nau mai hoki mai e te iwi ki tēnei pakanga nui, wainga nui, counties, kōtiro, me Tuhoe. Ko tēnei ko te wehenga tuarua, the second half of this fixture right here on the main field at Puketawhero Park in Rotorua. Bay of Plenty Rugby League, tēnei te mihi atu kia koutou. E tau tāwhine i te tini i te mano, e whakaeke mai nei ki rungi a koutou i tēnei ki o ngā rangi. E pepea korea e mihi a koutou a ngā haukainga. Ka mutu koutou ngā ringa rehe, ngā ringa raupa o te kaupapa nei, New Zealand Māori Rugby League Board. Ko koutou ārunga e whakaaro nui ana ki ngā tai tamariki, te hunga mā tātahi, eke no atu ki ngā tuakana, ki ngā pakeke, ngā mātua me ngā whaia no hoki. Of course, we've got one more Māori tournament left in this year's calendar, and that is, of course, our premier men and women's counties. Kicking off right now, Tuhoe receiving the ball. Oh, good tackle there by Counties Wahine's number 4, Te Pū Manawa Rogers no Ngāpuhi, with that big tackle. And she's made another. Oh, and pulls the ball out. It's a rip, says the sideline official. But the referee has allowed it to carry on, not calling the strip, saying that might have been one-on-one there. And here we go, the number 6 from Counties Manukau, running the ball and offloads as well, but a penalty. Offside there, not square, by the looks of things, that the markers weren't square. Number 6 to tap the ball is Tia Andrews, not Tuhoe, playing against her cousins. Right now.
Why are you way out here? Push across.
All right, here we go. Number 18 now running the ball. Alira Totarewa Tauranga, no Tainui. Totarewa, very famous name back home in Tainui land. Oh, yes, and a knock-on right there. And the number 13 from Tuhoe, become really familiar with their face now. She's done a lot of work for her team. Is the number 13 from Tuhoe.
Kinsey.
I actually thought Counties were looking pretty good there. They were stringing some good passes together. There's some good ball control there to begin the game with, but absolutely in the end, losing the ball.
Yep, and it's just that the conditions playing a huge factor again, eh? Bit hard for anyone to hold the ball, really.
So one feature that I've seen from our sideline, I'm just looking right there, you can see some swan dries in the background. They're making a bit of a comeback because, of course, we're hunting, fishing, and Kathmandu's. It seems to be the staple thing. Number 13 once again for Tuhoe. Excellent game by the young Kōtiro right there. Good run. Smiling after that tackle as well was the number 13.
Pulled down just.
This big number 18 showing their strength right there, grabbing onto the jersey. You're going to get very far unless you want a hold of you. Another big run there by Tuhoe, good tackle. There we go again. Guilty probably of looking away from the ball before she actually secured it. I think Counties, yes, has the ball, and with an opportunity to apply some early pressure in the second half. We're about 5-6 minutes into the second half, Rana. Those of you who just joined in, big mihi to One Foundation, our sponsors of our event this weekend.
Next one again.
Counties with a good run right there, shy of the goal line. Tuhoe will need to be sharp on their defensive line if they're going to hold Counties out, especially around the dummy half area, which is where they're quite sneaky around that area right there, so the markers need to be on. Pass finding the ground, but picked up well by the number 16 there, Asha Tomoyapeo Williams. Going wide is, she just throws one more pass, but she doesn't, she just needed guilty of not letting the ball go right there. Had an open player out wide, went for the try, but good defense by Tuhoe, holding her out. Very lucky to get away with that. Referee calling for a scrum, Henon Noke. But Counties getting the ball and feed. Not too sure why that is exactly. Probably could have played the advantage if it was a knock on by Tuhoe. Yeah, wait. We go into the, yes, I better stop it. I'm starting to do those questioning the ref ones, aren't I, Utah? Better stop doing that. Okay, here we go. Coming out, Counties Manukau with the ball again with another set of 6. Applying pressure is Counties, and they're not scared to throw the ball. Some good hands right there. A good tackle, though, Once again, our #1 player from Tuhoe, their number 13. There she is again in there, completing the tackle again. She's everywhere, isn't she?
She's everywhere, Mackenzie.
Oh, and a drop ball, and they're calling it to the ref, and the referee saw it too, absolutely. Some good pressure there by, what is her name there?
Mackenzie Anderson Tito. Remember that, Whānau, because you're probably going to be hearing more of her throughout this game.
And the rest of this tournament as well. Definitely something I'm sure the selectors are looking at as well. Although we're not selectors here, Whānau, so don't take our word for that as well. We're just the people who like to talk about it.
Yeah.
We've got the easy job, don't we? We just talk.
Yeah.
No real official, standing here, but we're here just to bring you a little bit of commentary for the game. Could be a knock on, and the referee has called knock back. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on. Everyone's a little bit confused. No, it wasn't knock on. It wasn't knock on. Upright. Well, all the ball has been, and all the territory has been counties thus far. You have to give it up, though, to the defensive effort from Tuhoe, being able to hold them out this long.
Definitely, most of this half, if not all of it, has been played down in Tuhoe's half. So for them to be able to hold the counties out for as long as they have, is a testament to their defence.
Nā. Te topatahi e whakaaro ana ki te haere mai ki te taha maui. O te whira, te counties, Manukau, te pōro. E rite ana ki te haere matau, engari kāo, ka hara mai ki te taha maui. Taha maui, taha maui. Whakaaro ana. Kai Tākoro to offload the ball in these conditions, probably not the best thing. Probably would have been better off to die with the ball there, Kōtiro. However, you're in the right position off the field to be able to throw those 50-50 passes because you're in this half of the field, and if you do lose the ball, you have an opportunity to apply some pressure onto Tuhoe and keep them in this side of the field. Line speed is probably key to that, Peter?
Yeah, definitely. One thing that I do think, here she is again, Mackenzie. One thing that I do think would be beneficial for both teams is just simple drop-offs. In the wet weather, and you got defence sliding across. It's hard to change back change back your angle if you're already committed to going one way, and just hope that some inside defence isn't covering or something, getting lazy. That's probably the most that I'd go to.
Excellent.
But then again, these girls aren't scared. I'm just speaking probably from a scared perspective.
Nothing wrong with being a little bit afraid sometimes, my friend. Nothing wrong with that at all. But I concur with everything you just said. Some drop-offs would be great. Number 13, Mackenzie, again with another big run. She is absolutely fire, this young Kōtiro. Bringing it up to their 40-metre line right now as Mackenzie as she plays the ball. I'm not too sure what our tackle count is. Yes, I did think it was the 15th final, but inside the 40 as well. Beautiful kick.
Massive
she made some
kick.
good distance there. Where is the defensive line? Yes, here they come. Good tackle right there. Oh, beautiful tackle. She loses the ball. And now Tuhoe have an opportunity to apply some early pressure against Counties Manukau for the first time in this half. Receiving the ball inside of the county's Māori wahine territory. Of course, absolutely right. Some drop-offs will be absolutely fantastic if these girls can get that happening quickly. And as you can see in the top field in the background there, Whānau, kuia no hoki, ngā taita māhine, e pakanga ana. Looks like our Hornets Kirikiri Roa team versus maybe Taranaki there. And number 13, again, running from out of the scrum, doing a lot of work.
Busy today.
I think she's been the best out on the park, to be honest with you, right there. Yeah, if the girls from Tuhoe can hold on to the ball and complete their set, they could go a long way in the second half to scoring a try.
As we see Tuhoe looking just playing out that one-out footy, which seems safe.
Yep.
And here she is again. Man, I'm sure you've said her name about at least once a minute.
Absolutely. She's probably the, yeah. Obviously very fit, doesn't mind getting in there and doing a lot of work.
Yep,
That's usually what you need from your loose forward, isn't it? A
Yep.
nice fit player, not scared to take the ball forward. Also acts as a link as well. From the ground, passing the ball there.
And our referee seems it's the last tackle.
And that was the 15th finals. Probably why she got rid of the ball there on the ground. Knew it was the 15th final. Counties now with the ball, looking, of course, not to make any mistakes in their own half. And commentators curse again, but lucky for them, it went backwards. And Mackenzie making the tackle right there. We're halfway through the second half now as their big prop forward comes running up and does well as well, pushing players off her. Still going is the big girl. Absolutely, that's what you want from your engine room. Get you out of trouble, and she did that for Counties Māori Wahine. They're coming now to the left-hand side, finding another one of their prop players who just up the guts. She's going, she's still going too. Beautiful run right there. Counties finding some momentum now. Haramaiana get the Tahamaui, and they do so, finding their standoff, their topatahi. Out to their number 16 now, who's making up down the field. Good tackle, all guilty of trying to push the pass once again, handing the ball back to Tuhoe. But some fantastic work from Counties Wahine right there, Utah.
Definitely had Tuhoe on the back foot and, you know, had opportunity. They probably rolled another one through the middle there. I think it was looking promising. That middle looked a bit depleted for Tuhoe. However, they're able to hold on the edges there and force a mistake. So we've got Tuhoe here looking to feed the scrum. And they're probably be looking toward Mackenzie, you'd have to say. To pick them up.
I wouldn't be surprised if she takes another run, as you said, straight from the scrum. But she's allowed her halfback to get rid of it this time, maybe taking a little bit of a rest. But we'll definitely see her in the set of 6, no doubt. Good tackle there. Oh, good run here by their number 17, Tuhoe. Now a bit of feeling going on out there in the game now. Both teams starting to wake up and really start running the ball hard and forward. Oh, just a shocking pass there to Mackenzie. Unfortunately, she couldn't pull it back in. Covered in mud now, and the referee has called a knock-on from Tuhoe, allowing Counties to receive the ball from the scrum. Of course, no advantage going their way there. Once again, Kore Mitsu Ngā Mihi Kia One Foundation, our sponsors of this event, and have been for a long time now, and of course sponsors of all the Māori tournaments throughout the year. There are 3 tournaments. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the way that New Zealand Māori League runs, there is a Teina tournament, which is what we're watching right now. The Rangatai tournament. Oh, that's a penalty right there. The pulling of the hair is not allowed. And that is their best player, Mackenzie. It's the first time I've seen her do something untoward the players, the opposition. But, oh, well, hey, happens sometimes. Kōtiro, can't help it. And she makes another tackle there, better tackle there by Mackenzie. Yep, just made a little bit ready, and she's made another tackle. Oh, she's ready to go. She's ready to go. She's determined now. I think that mud in the face has made her a little bit more aggressive. And again, Tuhoe D'ing up on their line and doing so really, really well. Fantastic stuff. Counties now coming to the right-hand side of the park. Number 9, they've seen a little bit of a gap, and she does. She finds her way through. And Counties Manukau Māori finally scoring in the second half, taking the points now to 14-4. Well done there, Counties Māori. Just some really good ball security, I think, has helped them gain this momentum that they've got so far.
Yeah, definitely. Look, the penalty didn't help Tuhoe's case. No, she's been good all game, though, eh?
Yeah,
she's been good all game.
She has indeed.
So there was Sailor Maletino going over for Counties Māori there. Is that the first try in the second half? I
think that is the first try in the second half. This has been a very tight contest. The second half, of course, a lot of drop ball, causing a lot of scrums in the second half. But when the girls have been able to hold on to the ball, we've seen what they can do on attack and on defense.
Yes, definitely. So we have, is it the number 1?
Yeah, it is the number 1, Violet Hiku. No tainui waka te wahine nei. like a change is being made there for Tuhoe. She's come looking for a drink. She's signalling for water there.
It's probably just to get the mud out of your eyes, I think.
Yeah, probably too, yeah. yeah. Okay, we're over halfway through the second half. I'm not too sure how much time is left, Whānau, but it would be pretty safe to say that 16 points to 4. It'll be a hard task for Tuhoe to be able to claw their way back into this game. Not that it is impossible to do so, though. So we wait, of course, for time has been called as we await Tuhoe to come in, restart play here. We can see our kōtiro, of course, up top there in field number 2, playing off their game up there. I just really, really love the fact that our wahine, our kōtiro are getting involved in this game. And they, just like the Tāne, play multiple sports, touch, netball, or basketball, volleyball. They're into everything, our kōtiro. And they're just as good, if not better, than our Tāne. Kick-off right there. Good run there by Counties. Oh, yes, very strong run. Throwing off players, still going as well as the big number 11, Janisha Katipa Blacklock right there. No Tainui waka no hoki te wahinera. Oh, and here's the big forward to win it. And guess who's there? Mackenzie. Mackenzie stopping her from going any further and finally got some help from her teammates. The big number 14 there, Tatiana Pihema. No roto mai o Tainui waka. A lot of Tainui girls playing for Counties, of course. Well, e ai ki te kōrero, mōkau ki runga, tāmaki ki raro. Te rohe rohinga o Tainui waka. Oh, good tackle right there. Once again, Mackenzie in the thick of it. Go to the right side is Counties Manukau, our kōtiro right now, coming back to the left-hand side with a little bit of a step there. The number 9, still going as the number 9, Sailor Maletino Tautiawa. Plays the ball right there, no markers. Hooker does not want to go for a run, though. She's decided to go to the left-hand side. It could have been the best decision made, too, as they look to make some yards. She does it. Oh, yeah. And that seems to be the thing for our left-hand edge here. They seem to force the pass when it's not really needed. They should have probably given a little bit earlier. Yeah,
they're needing earlier ball or just to hold on to it if, you know, after going into contact. So they do look dangerous, though, out this side.
They do indeed. Okay, referee conferring with his touchline judge. Tachi has said she didn't go out, so he's going to play the tackle out. Oh, a shoddy pass there from dummy half. Oh, and the big 18 now. Lira Toterewa Tauranga, or Tainui waka, playing the ball right there. Coming to the left-hand side, out of dummy half is the number 10. With the offload as well to the number 7. Number 7 comes back to the middle of the park. Tries a good fend right there, but is tackled well. And that was a 15 final, so she'll hand it on. And guess who made that tackle on the 15 final? The name we've been calling out all game. Young Mackenzie there. Bit of mud in the eyes, getting a teammate to take it out. And she'll play the ball just a couple of meters out from her try line. Hooker signaling her players to come to the other side, and they do so. Oh, and more security and a pull of the hair once again. The girls are... I suppose you can't help it sometimes. I don't know. I haven't really played against a lot of players who had long hair. They usually wear headgear, most of them. Don't know what it's like, you know, to accidentally pull hair, maybe. Actually, I'm due to play Masters, and there's a lot of those fellas who don't have any hair at all.
So you shouldn't have that issue, Pātara.
All right, we've got a good confirmation, Whānau, from our Whānau in the track there. We've got about 2 minutes left in play, 16 points to 4. Counties Manukau leading at Tuhoe. Counties with the ball right now, heading back to this left-hand side. Look at a kick early right there, did Counties. Mackenzie was right there, though, and stopped the ball from going anywhere, and that is it. Kua mutu tēnei o ngā kēmu. Kua uti. Counties Manukau, Māori and Tuhoe. Thoughts there, Utah?
Yeah, look, messy game. To be expected with the conditions.
Yeah.
definitely Mackenzie, Anderson, Tito was the best in the defeated team. Counties, though, you know, able to minimise their errors and work their way up the field, which resulted in more points than what Tuhoe scored. So, yeah, they managed to weather better.
Got to the end.
Yeah.
Ka pai. All right, hearing from the thing, there could be a couple of replays coming your way. And here we go right now. There's a couple of little replays of some of the stuff that happened over the weekend. Don't forget, whānau, to let everybody know from across the world that they can tune in to these live stream matches all on Field 1. And there is, of course, on the New Zealand Māori Rugby League Facebook page, a copy of all of the fixtures that will be live streamed today. So you can go and check that out and see what times that those games will be live streamed. He wai ngā mihi kia koe Utah, tēnā koe haere mai I te rangi nei, ki te mahi e nei mahi papaho. Ka mutu ki a koutou o One Foundation, Above Sound and Production, ngā tino mihi ki a koutou anō hoki bringing this live action. And of course to all our taitamariki and the people there behind the scenes as well, our coaches, our managers and all our aunties, uncles, mums and dads and cousins who are doing all the cooking and all of the looking after behind the scenes as well. Me kore ake ko koutou ka pewhia rā a tātou tamariki. Tēnā koutou, tēnā rawātu koutou katoa. We'll be back with our next fixture very, very shortly at the iwi. Once again, Counties Manukau Māori winning that game 16 points to 4. That is full time here, and we'll see you all soon.